Marta Taliban, John Sands, and Agustin Tapia. Enjoy the game, everyone. Let's give a hand of applause to all the players.
One more with him, right in the middle.
Ahora solo las chicas para el cuento.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dougal Glass House here in Brooklyn for our third tie of the day in the Cities Cup. Los Angeles beat against Miami Padel Club. Another, well, I'm not going to say life or death, but all or nothing for Los Angeles, who lost their opening game against New York Atlantic yesterday. Miami Padel Club, however, they were very, very, very impressive.
Well, they won their series, Paul, 2-0, and of course now after New York Atlantic's improved to 6 points, Los Angeles need to defeat Miami Padel Club. If they lose, they are out. If they win, Houston Volts could still qualify. They could climb to 3 points. That would tie with Miami Padel Club should they lose here. And Beat could have 3 points, could have a three-way tie for second place. But on the balance, what we've seen so far on day one, Miami Padel Club are favourites, and they can even afford to lose 2-1 because 1 point would be enough to secure second place.
Just to refresh your memory, 8 teams, the best 8 teams from the Pro Padel League here in New York, playing for the Cities Cup, were divided into 2 groups, the white group and the gold group. These 2 play in the white group. Miami Padel Club, Houston Volts, Los Angeles beating the New York Atlantics. Well, you should, just to let you know, if you didn't see it, the New York Atlantics have just, by the skin of their teeth, beaten the Houston Volts 2 matches to love. They have 6 points from their first 2 matches. The Houston Volts are probably out, unless, of course, the Los Angeles Beat could
Or the Beat could keep the Volts alive. Well, the Volts only qualify because somebody else won a game to leave out the Cancun Waves, which is why they're here at this event in Brooklyn. And in the other group, well, we still have another game to go, but it could be decided, the 4 teams in the semis could be decided after just 2 days of competition.
Well, I was going to say, if Miami win today, they too would have 6 points, so it would be them and the Atlantics. They play tomorrow to see who would finish top of the group, but also the Volts and the Beat tomorrow would just be playing for pride. Our first encounter sees Ari Sanchez and Marta Taliban for Miami, and they will take on Carolina Orsi and Jessica Castello.
What we've seen so far, I mean, Ari Sanchez, the player to beat on the World Padel Tour circuit, #1 in the world. Good partnership with Marta Taliban. It's going to be a tough test for Castillo and Orsi, who lost their doubles game on the opening day of competition, unlike the Miami Padel Club, who were winners in both the women's and men's doubles.
Exactly, they lost to Delphi Brea.
3 minutes.
Just
So
quickly,
So in theory, you've got to say that Ari Sanchez and Marta Taliban are big favourites, but we've seen today there's been quite a lot of close matches. In fact, every match so far has gone to a super tiebreak, which is why we're a little bit late getting started here.
A little bit later than scheduled. I mean, but still, it's been entertaining, it's been thrilling, it's been, well, very different from the opening day here in Brooklyn at the Dougal Greenhouse. This wonderful venue, which is looking even more impressive now. The lights have been dimmed. The focus, of course, is on the court behind us. That beautiful skyline.
An iconic skyline. I think you can, from where we are, we can see the Chrysler Building, the Empire State, the Williamsburg Bridge, the New York Ferry Repair Yard, which I actually think is very, very impressive. Looks like a video from a Bruce Springsteen song, let's be honest.
Oh, shortly this game will get underway, and of course the pressure on one team. The other team know that they could still qualify on the final day. They can just qualify if they lose. If they lose 2-1, they will still qualify.
And we're not, it's a question, obviously, you probably want to get the easiest, in theory, semi-final, but till tomorrow it's very hard to know what the options will be. Just looking at the players out there, yesterday Carolina Orsi was maybe a little bit guilty of trying to be too aggressive, making too many unforced errors, trying to force points. Experienced player, the Italian.
Good afternoon, New York.
Made quite a few unforced errors, especially in the first set. Did improve in that second set, but they would need to play even better if they want a chance, or at least any chance really of defeating Adi Sanchez and Marta Talavan. Of course, later I'm really looking forward to seeing Salingo in action once again, alongside Leal, who was brilliant. They lost, but he was brilliant to watch. A real entertainer against Tapia and John Santh.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun, actually. Gus Tapia, when he gets going, is absolutely a force of nature on a paddle court.
Should we go to a mixed doubles? We've had one so far today. It would be Castillo Leal and Adi Sanchez Tapia. But of course, for that to happen, we have to be 1-1 before we get that decider.
So we're nearly ready to go. Just 2 minutes before we get our first match in our third pairing underway. As I say, it's the Los Angeles Beat against the Miami Paddle Club. And after that, we will have the Las Vegas Smash, reigning champions, of course, against the Flow Rider Goats.
There is Adi Sanchez, 27 years old, from Tarragona, Reus, a small town in the Catalonia region of Spain. World #1, teamed up with Paolo José María back in 2021. They've dominated the international scene since then.
Yeah, it's good. Just quick little thing about Reus. It says near Tarragona. It's about 70 kilometers from Barcelona. There are airlines that fly to the airport there, call it Barcelona South. It's quite a long way south.
Marta Talavan playing alongside the world #1, ranked number 32, but very solid.
But we saw
with Adi yesterday.
We saw that yesterday. She doesn't make many mistakes, does she? Same with Jess Castillo. She's ranked #9.
Day 2, evening session
We'll start with
here
Marta
in
Talavan
Brooklyn.
of Miami Paddle Club.
About to get underway.
Play.
Marta Talavan to serve to Carolina Orsi. 15 love, backing her straight into a corner there. Good lob there from Carolina. Certainly the best, I said the best Italian player ever.
Oh, it's a sport that has been growing worldwide. Plenty of interest in those Mediterranean countries. Spain, of course, the #1 in Europe. I'd say Argentina would be the top country, but now it's neck and neck with Spain, and we're seeing, of course, this sport blooming around the world. And here in North America, a team, of course, at this event from Canada. These franchises in the US, a team, of course, the Kank Waves also. And maybe, who knows, next year this PPL will continue to grow.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder about Padel.
I'm sure it will.
I'm wondering when we might start hearing calls for it to become an Olympic sport.
It will explode. One day it will explode. It's already growing fast. We're seeing these courts popping up around the world. And you know, being here in New York, I mean, what better stage to promote Padel?
Oh, exactly. 40 love. Marta Talavan serving effectively to get us underway, and that is the first game served out to love.
We'll sped through that opening service game.
Just a very quick turnaround, as you know, just 30 seconds between the first and second games in each set. So it's going to be, by the looks of it, Jessica Castillo to get us underway. Right down low there from Marta Talavan, who's basically had nearly all of the play so far for her. Her pairing with Ari Sanchez.
Delightful little lob into that corner to take control of the net. Don't always need a hard shot, sometimes a well-delivered lob. Do the same job effectively.
We saw yesterday, didn't we, that Ari just needed a little time to get warmed up, and then when she clicked into gear against...
They just sped through the games.
Yeah.
One after another.
Lorena Ruffo and...
30-15.
Claudia Jensen. Sorry, my mind went totally blank.
Well, because they didn't play together today. That pair,
no, they didn't.
That pairing didn't play together on day 2.
Well recovered.
Well, that came straight at
30-all.
30-all.
Play like a bullet. Orsi.
Trying to just flick that behind her.
Good pick up. Great reflex volley.
Recovered and kept it in, controlled it. Well played down the middle. Just a little bit too much space between them there. So a couple of break points. Yeah, well played. Didn't give her really any option there.
Golden point.
And another golden point. Ari Sanchez will receive the serve.
picked up there by Addy.
Long point. Looks to advance to the net.
Of course, you don't want to make a mistake, especially if you're Orsi and Castillo already trailing 1 game to love. Still early days. You don't want to be a breakdown after just 2 games.
A bit of an unforced error after all that. Just a tired shot, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long rally. And sometimes in long rallies, you start to seize up, get a bit more tense.
And you just want to finish it.
It was, you know, for somebody who's world class, an easy volley, comfortable height, in front of you.
One thing I would say with that in that long rally, yesterday we saw Carolina Orsi trying to force the points, but she's been showing a little bit more patience already.
Yeah, quite aggressive yesterday, didn't quite work out.
Adi Sanchez serving, chance to go 3-love up.
Brilliant, that again by Adi Sanchez. We're seeing very little communication between Orsi and Castillo in this opening set. It's not the start they wanted, of course.
Love. Well, this is so far going according to plan for Ari and Marta.
Well, what they want to do is keep this tempo up until this break, either at 2-1 or 3-love, then get back out. Probably the first 2 players back out on court.
Yeah, that's gone long. 40-love.
Well, they are steaming through this opening set, but we have seen in the game so far teams winning the first set, losing the second set.
Everybody who's won the first set so far has
the super tie break. I don't think we'll see this here, but then again,
stranger things happen at sea.
Really good.
Yeah,
puts away.
Good effect, good topspin.
Excellent execution.
And there you go, 3-love. It's taken just 15 minutes on the clock, but I think we probably got going when there was already 5 or 6 on the clock, so whipping through those pretty quickly.
Well, a couple of points, only one by Orsi and Castillo. It's not been easy. I'm sure their trainers with them now. As we can see, the team leading in the group. They have 3 points, of course. There is a team now on 6 points, but should they win here, they would join them on 6 points. Well, the instructions are really clear. It's play as you are, limiting unforced errors, getting to the net, and just maintain this tempo. As soon as they get back out onto the court, make sure it's 2 quick games. 1 game you receive, 1 game you serve, quick points. Don't allow them to think to get back into the game.
Absolutely, it'll be Carolina Orsi to serve next. Silingo sat down next there,
Yeah,
scrolling down his phone.
Well, I mean, the trainer was saying, right now, our opponents are very, very comfortable. They're, I wouldn't say walking, but we need to test them. We need to, up our game. And maybe, understandably, they're being a bit more reserved than yesterday after that defeat. But, you've got to try and get to that net, hit a few more shots, a few more powerful shots.
Which is Carolina's obviously it's her brief, but say after yesterday when she made a few unforced errors, maybe she's just trying to be a little bit more careful. So she might well have had some mixed messaging as well, you know. Be a bit more careful. We need now we need you to hit some shots.
Be more careful, but now trailing 3 to love. You know, at least, you know, give something. Take a few more risks than we have done so far, because it's not gone our way. So we've got to change game plan. Okay, we had a game plan at the start of the set, of the match. It's not working.
Love 30. Set up so easily there. The volley high. Martha could just step forward and blast it. That's a great shot from Talavan, well recovered by Carolina Orsi.
Excellent how she retrieved
lovely
that
lob
shot.
again.
Another good lob. This is a good rally. They need to win one of them. They need. Listen, I mean, they played really well, but then suddenly Addy races to the net. The other team weren't even expecting her. Look, watch. Didn't even look up. There you go. She was suddenly at the net. You need your doubles part to say,
"Yep,
Addy," and you send up a lob. So we're seeing very, I would say very, being correct, I think, none, but very little communication between the players so far in this opening set. Looks like they're going to be broken again.
Just went long, 30 foot. Who's the talking going back? Is that Ari or Marta, or is it Jess?
That was, you know, Ari and Marta, but it's good to see them pick up this point. If they can send this to a golden point, if they can win this service game, they can hopefully build on winning a game in this opening set. You don't want it to go 4-0, because then I think you kind of switch off in the opening set and start thinking already about a second set.
Oh, just out. So it does go to a golden point. Looked as if it just hit the glass to me.
Yeah.
Second time Ari has received on a golden point.
Great pick-up again. Working hard on defense.
Just
took the gamble.
took a step forward and just
took a gamble, but maybe I suppose it was the right gamble, just couldn't quite direct it onto the court. Now they're facing, well, Talavan serve, trading 4-0. When you're in this situation and they've won what, not even a handful of points,
no.
You kind of think, okay, we've got to try a few things here and then focus on the second set.
It's 2 breaks down, isn't it? It makes it very difficult to come back.
And against the world #1, Adi Sanchez, and a very good player alongside her, Marta Talavan. But we've seen Orsi and Castillo throughout the season challenge the best players in the world. When they're playing to their full potential, they are very, very good. They've not clicked so far, not in game
not as
one,
not as a pair.
Yeah, on the opening day, and again here, really struggling.
Oh, lovely little change of angle, yeah.
Wonderful switch. Now they're at the net. They need to win this point.
Thing is, Ari is such a complete player. She can attack, and it's a great lob as well.
Again, look, there, at the feet. Could be more mobile. You've got to move. You've got to, look here, watch. Just kind of hovers. Instead of taking a step back, step forward, let it go onto the glass, turn.
And the thing is about Marta there, if you look at that, she's just watching the ball. She sort of puts it where she does, just by instinct.
I mean, it is difficult to play against Adi and Marta when they're playing this good.
I think obviously you say
Credit
Marta's ranked a lot lower, lot lower than Ari Sanchez, you know, who normally plays with Paula Dynamite. But I think sometimes when you play with a good
32.
player, with a top player, it actually brings out the best of your game as well, because you can trust your partner.
Yeah, you raise your game, and that's what Marta's done, because also you're playing alongside somebody who doesn't make mistakes. You learn from playing alongside a player like Adi Sanchez. She's looking very comfortable, even more comfortable than day one. On day two, they're playing better. I'm sure on day three, they will play even better, because these are players that don't normally play together, and the more they play together, then you build that understanding. It's like anything. You know, you think, okay, I know where you like to stand. I know if you prefer the forehand, the backhand, if you rather stay back, when you like to attack. Whereas these players, you know, are looking at, okay, the first set, it's, I mean, the coach has to say it's over.
We've got to try something different, I think she says there.
I mean, basically, the coach's message is, okay, guys, look, okay, no one's happy. No one's happy with the first set. And it's good that, you know, you get some anger and frustration from the players, because you obviously, you know, it hurts to be trailing 5-0 in the first set. So there's pride. So guys, go out there, and we've got to play differently. We've got to do something different, because what we're doing has not worked. We're down 5-0 in the first set.
Coach just said that, at least try and win a game.
All starts with the first game. That's good.
That's better.
Good shot.
50 love.
Now, if they are superstitious, they're going to want that ball. Thank you very
she's
much.
superstitious.
There you go. We've won a point. We are playing with that ball. We will continue to play with that ball until we lose a point. Seen very few long rallies.
Great backhander there from Ari Sanchez, 15-all.
15-all.
We're going to give that ball a second chance.
Yeah.
15-all.
Bring me another ball. Good serve.
But, good serve, but a great return. I mean, it was an excellent serve. I mean, both players, Marta Taliban, Adi Sanchez, are making this look very easy, and it's not.
Ah.
Adi, too late, shouted, no, 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 but already Marta was halfway through that gap.
She was she was halfway around through the gap and like along the court side.
Full.
It's a bit long, 30-all.
Punch volley there. That was good there, and pointing
43rd.
at her doubles partner. And good to see now a bit more communication between the players. Got a chance here to get off the mark.
Which might set them in good stead for the second set.
Yeah, I think we can safely assume that the first set, okay, mathematically isn't over, but they don't close it out here, they'll close it out in the next game.
No, well, that's just gone a bit long, so 5-1, and it's Ari Sanchez now to serve for the first set.
A few people have been asking on social media, why are certain players not playing with their regular double partners? Well, there was a draft in place. These are franchises. 8 taking part at the Cities Cup, so you do see these players playing alongside players they don't normally play with. I think it makes it a bit more exciting as well. So, of course, everyone's used to seeing Annie with Paula Josemaria. She's partnering Marta Taliban here for Miami Padel Club.
Makes it just that slightly bit more unpredictable as well. Just a little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah, because you've got the world #1 and the world #2. Or, you know, basically #1, but 1 and 2. due to the points ranking system, and he has a few more points than Paula. It's very difficult to beat them. Why? Because one could have an off day. If the other doesn't, they'll probably still win the game. The world number 1 and number 2. Whereas here, if you have a bad day, maybe your doubles partner is ranked 50, 48, 23, 32 on this occasion. So it's more balanced.
15-all. Not sure what happened there.
But that's what you get also, NBA, NHL, NFL, the draft, to make it, fair. So the team that finishes bottom,
gets the first pick.
Sometimes you get tanking, can get the first pick. So in theory, it kind of evens itself out over time.
I think that's going to
go.
It
Slightly
is,
wide, slightly wide.
Wasn't in the right place to play that.
30-all.
So 30-all.
What that also does is, it doesn't always work out. Sometimes teams, you get a dynasty and they do dominate the sporting scene for a few years. What we could see here is the team that won last year, Las Vegas, could get knocked out the group stage. We'll have a new winner. The runners-up last season didn't even qualify for the Cities Cup, Cancun Waves.
But they'll get a first choice in the draft next time, so...
Along with the Stingrays.
Well, we said it would be closed out in the next game. All of a sudden, break point for Orsi and Castillo.
Or 3. They could break Annie Sanchez's serve. Brilliant recovery. And another, just couldn't get it up high enough.
Great shot from Ari.
Golden point.
Golden point and also set point.
But much better after that last change of ends. Winning your game, and now a golden point. Winning 2 games. Winning 2 games. Oh, what a turnaround, what a turnaround. Now, straight away, the trainer is on his feet. Why? Because we now have the momentum. Okay, it was 5-0, it's 5-2. It's still not an impossible task, an uphill task. But, we had nothing, now we have 2 games.
No, exactly.
We have somewhere to build from.
You get something from it, don't you? Something positive. Certain change in body language as well, isn't there? Though? A little bit more active, a little bit more positive. Quite interesting to hear what they're saying to Ari and Marta as well. Just focus a little bit more.
But quite often when you're leading 5-0, you try and get that set over and done with, and sometimes the shot selection isn't the best, but still, 5-2. I do feel that they will win this, but they need to break Orsi. You never know, we might see a 5-3. It'll be game on.
4. Let first serve.
Just past the half hour here in this opening set.
Love.
Another look at that. Strange effect it got there.
Really spring in the step of Ossi and Castillo.
30 love.
30 love.
You mentioned the body language earlier. When the players were sat on their respective benches, you can see it now out on court. Suddenly come to life. Okay, well, that's one mistake. Now straight away, you've got to go across to your doubles partner and say, no problem. We're serving. 30-15. Let's win the next point. Keep your head up. There you go.
Yep. Maybe
Don't
just
dwell on that
40.
mistake.
maybe just got a little bit too close in there, Marta.
40-15.
Fall.
A bit long.
Yeah, just out.
And when things are going your way,
Well, there you go.
Los Angeles.
That is now 3 games on the bounce.
Marta Talaban to serve.
so still serving for the first set. But after losing 3 consecutive games, as you say.
Well, yeah, well played. Good call there.
She said just touch my hand.
Yeah, she said, yeah, it came off my arm, came off my hand.
Low 15. Fall.
That was
Yeah,
wide.
alongside of the
Just wide.
alongside of the line. Just
Big up and under.
bounce that one upwards. That's not. Oh, it is.
Oh, it does. Oh, that was a nasty fall.
Bit of a slip.
Actually tripped before.
15
Watch
all.
it. The stumble is there. So fell into the post, but didn't actually hit.
Doesn't really hit
Yeah.
it though, fortunately.
I was quite lucky.
Strange effect that ball took with a spin, isn't it? It just sort of went skywards. Oh, just getting a little check. Is she okay?
Yeah, just maybe a grazed knee, perhaps. Just kind of like slid along the turf. But yeah, okay. No sprain, no damage. Maybe a bit of pride hurt after that fall on this centre court. Serving 15 all. 5-3. Still leading. We're ahead 5 love.
Oof, that was close.
Squeezed in. Finest of margins. And that one too.
Just
There you
went
go.
out by
Yeah,
the
there was like-
finest of
it was like head of
margins.
tails. One just fell in and that just fell the wrong side.
Woof. Big point there.
40-15.
Died off the back glass.
So important. The game didn't go 30 all. Serving for the set. Scoops it over somehow, Marta Talaban. So resourceful.
Ah,
what a winner.
Daddy, yeah.
What a winner.
First set, Miami Padel.
So resourceful, Marta Talaban, somehow scooping that ball, keeping the rally alive.
Ball change.
And then again, the world number 1, closing out the set. Though there was a moment, there was a little scare. You know, leading 5-0, coasting. Suddenly they found this as a 5-3, 15 all.
Yeah, that it could easily have gone 15-30, and all of a sudden you'd have been thinking, well, hang on, there go your service breaks.
Now, maybe that little scare is a warning, so they know that in the second set they can't take their foot off the gas. Highlights from a good opening set, racing into that big lead 5-0. Pegged back. In the end, though, 6-3. The world #1, Adi Sanchez and Marta Talavan taking the first set. So, Miami Padel Club lead in this game. They need just a point from this series, just a point. So they win this game. They can afford to lose the men's and then the mixed. They would still qualify on 4 points, but still have to wait and see what happens in this second set. I'm sure they'd like to close it out as soon as possible. Then it'll be the turn of the men's doubles.
Well, it's interesting what's going to happen now. Is Ari and Marta, is Ari especially going to step it up again to try and close this game out in 2 sets? Or are Jess Castello and Carolina Orsi going to take heart from it and make that second set a whole lot harder?
Second set, Jessica Castillo forces Daniel Smith to serve with new balls.
New balls. And it's Jess Castello.
Wonderful double-handed backhand again. Castillo.
Low 15.
Love 15.
Gracias. Aguantamos y luego en el descanso de partido bajamos al baño, comemos agua y subimos. Gracias. Really looking forward. I know I'm going ahead of myself, but group stage Thursday, last game of the day, New York Atlantics and Miami Padel Club. The 2 teams could already be through to the semi-final.
Low 30.
But obviously, to win the group, maybe get the easier semi.
And also, as it's the last game, you already know the other group standings. So you would know who you could potentially face. And of the 4 teams in the gold group, right now, I wouldn't want to face Florida Goats.
It would be, entonces, that would be that case. I'm so Spanglish there.
Well, we have a Spanglish audience. I mean, half the shots in Padel are Spanish. Your bandeja, víbora, globo, chiquita, dejada, contra pared.
I'm going to be honest. I think of the 4 teams, ooh, a little bit careless there, that look like they're going to be in the semi-finals. The one I would say is slightly weaker is probably the Toronto Polar Bears.
Well, they did struggle. They did struggle earlier today. Came as a bit of a surprise. Then again, it's, you know, we don't know how the players are physically, fitness-wise, if they're tired, if perhaps we're going to see some rotation. We saw some rotation today in an early game. Pablo Garcia, who hadn't played on day 1, was the star of the game. Lost in the end, but the 21-year-old put in the performance of his life. So perhaps, you know, trainers are looking at their bench and have an ace up their sleeve, and they might make a switch on the final day, or perhaps even in the semis.
Very quickly, 3 break points. And taken the first time. So Miami starting off by breaking again.
Back out again now. Well, unfortunately for Orsi and Castillo, suffering an early break at the start of the second set.
Marta Talavan to serve.
There's Marta Talavan serving again. Chance to consolidate that early break.
That was so well disguised, so well disguised.
I was expecting the smash.
Yeah. No one knew what to expect. She waited and waited and waited, looked at both players before, watch here.
Yeah, and she's looking the other way as well.
Well disguised shot. It was too high from Talavan. Gets another chance though. fake smash.
Very, very clever. Comes charging in Carolina Orsi, and she just dinks it past her.
Raced to the net because she expected the big smash potentially off the glass wall, and then she'll be in a great position to return it. But Adi is world number 1 for a reason, and she knew that. Saw it coming.
Survives that shot, Carolina, but
What a wonderful slashed backhand. Drilled through that gap. Really good shot, and they're racing through this set again.
well, it's what we said, isn't it? Just after the first set, are they going to have a look at those 3 games that they dropped at the end of the first set and say
They don't want to have, of course, you want to save energy. You've got a big game potentially on day 3, and they would be also in the semi-finals. You have a huge game.
you guarantee 2 more games?
And you've played on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday, on the Thursday, on the Friday, and hopefully again on Saturday. It should be 5 straight days. It's a 5-day competition, but you want to be there on Saturday.
And who knows,
for the final.
if you're Ari, you might have the prospect of a mixed doubles as well. So you want to get this over with.
And some teams have played already more sets than they would have liked.
That's a slightly careless shot there from Jess Castello. All of 15.
Well-angled volley.
Oh,
Castillo.
lovely
It
shot.
was a
Once again,
well-angled volley, but straight away, Adi had set off. Her anticipation is the best you'll see on the World Padel Tour circuit. I mean, she just reads what other players want to do. So you don't have to be even the fastest player, and she isn't the fastest player. She's just always there. So a player thinks they've won a shot. There's Adi with a simple return.
lovely little lob there from Marta Talavan. Good shot. Well
Brilliant.
played. Angled that one nicely.
Left the gap, Marta Talavan. First point for Orsi on her service game.
Whoa.
Whoa!
You what?
That was a wonderful backhand. One-handed. Reminded me of Federer at his best.
Well played, Marta. Still 2 break points though. And once again, 3 games to love.
All the Miami fans celebrating behind the bench. Quite a few of them sat there.
But it's 3 games to love, but with 2 breaks as well.
Oh, deja vu for
You can
Orsi
say
and Castillo.
deja vu. You can say that again.
I mean, I think they've got to play to their full potential. And even so, it probably won't be enough. The moment they drop a little,
Yeah.
again, it's 3 straight games. In the first, it was 5 straight games. They also need, perhaps, that Adi plays at what, 70%, 60%?
She just upped her game though, didn't she, in those last 3 games after the first set, and she'll be serving next.
Great view there. Top right-hand corner of your screen. We're sat to one side with these amazing views behind us. Paul is actually waving and saying a big hello to those watching this event here, the Cities Cup from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, Ari Sanchez to serve. Chance to go 4. Game still up in the second set. No. Into the net.
We know she's not happy. Because, guess right, sometimes in padel it's dangerous when you cut across because you've committed, you've left a huge gap. If you do, you know, take that gamble, you've got to hit a winner, or at least a shot where the next shot is going to be a winner.
I saw the opportunity there, just slid off the face of the racket a little bit too much. 15-all. Great serve.
Excellent delivery.
Not a lot she could do with that one.
It's so important to have a good serve because
Just
there you go. 1 point we saw in a previous match. The match point was won with a serve, a good serve, not an ace, but a good serve.
The serve in the Delphi Breer serve in that super tie break.
30-all.
30-all. Again, a good lob. Hey, just a little misunderstanding there, and that flicked backhand from Carolina. So he's given her, and yes, 2 break points. Looked long to me.
It did. Didn't hear the umpire's call, but it is a second serve.
Both reacted really well to control that, Jess Castillo.
Wow. Unexpected that volley into the net. Ari Sanchez. 3-1, they're off the mark again. Well, that's good. Good for Aussie and Castillo. Again, they build on this. And they hold on to their service game.
Be Jess to serve. A couple of slightly careless shots there from Ari Sanchez. Stretching as she was going backwards there, Carolina Orsi. Love 15. Second serve. Don't think that's going. Oh, and Ari absolutely decisive with that. She had to be as well because she would have been on her own.
Oh, again, take the gamble. There we see, look.
Doesn't quite get the effect, does it? And love 30.
Again, that backhand cross court, so dangerous. But this time, slashes a little with the following backhand. Still 30-15 up on Castillo's serve. Oh, probably deserve a bit of luck.
3-all.
I mean, they're hanging in there, Aussie and Castillo.
That'll be 3-2 if they can win this serve, hold serve.
Well judged. That was really well judged.
Just long.
Because she was in a position where she could have hit a really good shot. Maybe not a winner, but a good shot. But instead, read it really well. Straight out. And now a chance for second game in their account.
Oof. Good shot though from Talavan. Good effect on it. Nice vibra. So golden point.
Big gap. Yeah,
really
gap.
well played. Well worked by Marta Talavan there. 4-1.
Well, she did her best to get that into play, and it was just getting it back into play. There wasn't much more she could do. And I can see some of the players from the men's double team.
Gus Tapia just starting to do a little bit of warming up.
They can sense victory. They're hoping that they're going to be on this court in maybe 10 minutes. If things go their way, a couple of quick service games, the interview with Julian, and these guys be out warming up for the men's doubles game.
Tell you, if I was Jess Castillo or Carolina Orsi, and I saw that, I'd be thinking, right, mate, I'm going to make you wait. Well played though, that point. Really well worked. But sets it up there and then just has that space to put it down. And just at the right pace as well, so there's no chance of getting it bouncing high.
It died as soon as it hit the back glass.
Time. Marta Talavan to serve.
Chance to go 5-1 up. So that doesn't give her an option.
50 love.
Some great volume there. Talavan.
15-all.
Hits that one a bit long, but
yeah,
it's interesting how much responsibility she's actually taking, Marta Talavan.
Has made very few mistakes. But her volleying has been excellent throughout this match. It was also really good yesterday. I think she's improved. Addie's playing better also than yesterday. There was just that little blip in that first set when they were leading 5-0 and dropped 3 straight games. But apart from that, it's been an excellent all-round performance.
Yeah, just goes a bit long there from Jess.
30-15.
30-15. Wow, that is a stunning bajada there. Just gets the angle on it. Maybe just left a little half pace, too much to one side. 40-15. And wrong footer there. Just took a step forward there, Carolina Orsi. Saw it really well, Marta Talavan. 5 games to 1 in the second set. And I think we're going to break the jinx of whoever wins the first set, Eric, loses the second one.
Yeah, I mean, so far today we've had 3 setters, those super tie breaks. But it does look like Miami Padel Club will take this in straight sets.
That would have given them the 4th point, as you say, in the league, in the white group.
Low 30. Low 40.
Low 40, and it's just,
Yeah, I think
just like a
heads
house.
have now dropped.
Little house of cards, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they gave a good account of themselves at the end of the first set. I think getting broken at the start of the second set didn't help their cause. And there we see the straight set win.
In 58 minutes, 6-3, 6-1. Stepping on the gas there, Marta Talavan and Ari Sanchez. So that little blip at the end of the first set, but coming good there. 3 wins from 3 matches for Miami, which gives them 4 points. If Gus Tapia and John Sanz beat Javi Leal and Gus Selingo in the men's doubles match, that would give them 6 points. It would mean that both Miami and the New York Atlantics are into the semi-finals. And as always, it's the moment for the smash of the match, presented by Adidas. And it's a big wind-up from Carolina Orsi. Got that effect. In fact, it went so far that it even ended up on the Miami bench. Great win. It's 2 winning both of their matches so far here in the Pro Padel League, the Cities Cup. Ari Sanchez and Marta Talavan. We are, as always, going to have a little word with the winners, with our man Julian, as soon as he gets his microphone, his camera, everything into working order. Then we'll bring you some of the brief highlights of this match. And we'll be back with the men's doubles. Gus Selingo and Javi Leal played really well, Javi Leal, yesterday, even though they lost. But there was a big ask for them against Gus Tapia and John Sanz. You can make a case for them along with the Super Pibes, who we'll be seeing in the next pairing as possibly the best men's doubles pairing in this tournament. Well, you know what, might not be able to, but I can see Julian ready with Marta and Ari. So I think in a moment or two, as soon as they give us the cue, we'll be hearing from them. We're counting down to Julian. Thank you very much. Take it away, my man.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a perfect paddle symphony this was from these 2 amazing ladies from the Miami team. Truly magisterial, very, very little enforced errors, and it was a pleasure to watch them play. Ari, what was the secret sauce in here?
Bueno, nada, muy contenta de estar aquí en Nueva York jugando a pádel. Creo que es un sueño para todos los jugadores que estamos. Para mí es la primera vez, así que súper contenta y nada, creo que hemos hecho un partido casi perfecto contra una pareja muy dura como son Jess y Carol. La verdad que hemos jugado muy concentradas todo el partido. Marta ha jugado increíble, está siendo la MVP del torneo para mí, así que nada, que siga así. Y nada, felicitar al equipo, espero que ganen los chicos ahora y nada, seguir disfrutando de estos días.
They really played well. Marta played an unbelievable match. She should be actually the MVP of the tournament, as per Ari. Truly incredible match. First time that she's here in Miami, I'm sorry, in New York, so she truly enjoyed the time here. Marta, ¿cuál es el secreto?
Bueno, yo creo que estamos disfrutando mucho como equipo. Creo que tanto dentro como fuera de la pista hay súper buen ambiente. Entonces, nada, yo me meto a la pista a darlo todo. La verdad que me estoy sintiendo muy bien. Jugar con Ari siempre es mucho más fácil porque es muy buena. Pero nada, eso, disfrutando mucho del equipo de Nueva York, que también es mi primera vez, y a seguir.
First time in New York. I mean, playing with Ari, it's super easy. Today I had a great night, and you know, keep moving forward. So now let's put our hands together and let's go Miami!
Let's go Miami. I'm sure we'll leave you with some highlights of that match before we come back with Gustapi and John Sanz against Javi Leal and Agustin Selingo. And here are our highlights. I say Ari Sanchez and Marta Talavan racing into a 3-0 lead in the first 3 games. They extended that to 5-0 in the first set before Carolina Orsi and Jessica Castelló found a little bit of form. They actually won the next 3 games and were in with a chance of the following, which might have made things very interesting, but Marta Talavan holding serve and then another break to give them the first set. And maybe that little scare just focused Ari and Marta in the second set. Once again, they came out, 2 breaks, held serve, went 3-love up, and then raced on to victory in just under an hour. 6-3, 6-1 for Ari Sanchez and Marta Talavan. We're going to have a little break now. And as I say, we'll be back with the men's doubles.